Maddie and Steve, they set the stage. From classic bouts to the modern age. Every slam, every story, every legacy comes alive with Wrestling Pedigree. So tune on in, the spotlight's bright. The ring is ready on this podcast night. It's Wrestling Pedigree.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Wrestling Pedigree. I'm your host, Matty, and with me, as usual, is the last real general manager of MWL, Steve Atkins. Welcome to the panel again, sir. How are you?
Oh, of course. I love being here. God damn. That's all I can say.
It's going to be a good show. Tonight we are discussing our top 10 finishers of all time. Discussing this before we went live, we know there's going to be some controversial, especially my list. Before we get going, we are live on Facebook on the Meltdown page. We're first time on going live on YouTube on the Wrestling Pedigree page. So please leave a message, comments. What is your favorite finishers? Before we get onto lists, I have some honorable mentions, and so do you, Steve. So let's
Absolutely.
get. I always say this first. I always say it. You're always first in my heart. That you could do it. You go first.
All right, for my honorable mentions, I have 3 of them. And these three finishing moves became so iconic that they became regular moves for just about every other wrestler that there is. So my 3 honorable mentions: Jake the Snake Roberts DDT. So many people have done this one, it's hard to really narrow it down to one, but I'm going to go with Rick the Model Martel's Boston Crab.
Mm-hmm.
And Roddy Piper's Sleeper Hold.
Oh, that's a great mentions. I love Jake the Snake Roberts DDT. I remember watching that growing up. I was thinking no one could kick out of that.
Yep.
And it was perfect. I mean, the only one that could do a proper DDT for me was The Rock, when he used to turn around and spike him on the head and then do the flip. But from Jake the Snake Roberts, I mean, that's a perfect DDT for me. Great mention.
Although my personal favorite DDT is Raven's Even Flow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Much again hit with that on the steel chair, Mr. Tommy Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. My mentions were kind of similar. My mentions were like the bookend, which is similar to a rock bomb. I ain't got rock bomb on my list anyway. And the choke slam, because that's been used a lot now. Kane, Undertaker, Big Show all had different variants of it. Sid Vicious. So they're my honorable mentions.
Yep. Anytime you have a big guy, almost guaranteed he's going to do some sort of a choke slam.
Oh yeah. I think Omos is one that done it. I wish he did it on the mini guy. I really did. I mean, he would have. I know that show's got massive publicity, but if he did that, it'd be more over like Rover.
Oh, absolutely.
So let's start our list, because we got a big night tonight after this show, because it's SmackDown Hell in from Chicago. So let's go number 10, and obviously, Steve, you go first.
All right. My number 10, kind of following the same train of thought. This move has been done by so many people. However, nobody did this move quite as well as this guy, and that's the Macho Man's elbow drop.
Oh yeah. That's I could see. His elbow drop is obviously iconic. I mean, look at that WrestleMania 3, absolutely.
Yep.
But Bailey's and is up there, and so is Punk's. But do you think Kyrie Sane is near enough there?
Say
Her
that
elbow,
again?
Kyrie Sane's elbow drop
Kyrie's is insane.
is crazy. They're a crazy, insane drop. But I agree with the elbow drop from Macho Man is beautiful. And the way he could go from half the ring to the other ring.
Yep.
I mean, I don't see much wrestlers that do that move can't get that far.
No, absolutely not.
And it's iconic because it's the Macho Man.
Right.
My number 10 is kind of like yours, what you said. And it's often duplicated, but there's one person that done it really, really well. And that is the Spear, and it's Goldberg's. I think
Okay.
Goldberg's Spear, growing up watching WCW, you knew as soon as he hit that Spear, is good night Vienna. However, Roman Reigns made that Spear even more. But for me, Goldberg's Spear is my number 10.
However, I do think that Braun Breakers is just as good, if not better.
Yes, but I'd rather take one from an old guy of Goldberg, not guy that could go 24 miles an hour across the ropes and hit me with the ropes.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
You're number 9.
My number 9, very, very few people have done this move. I think besides its originator, there's maybe 2 people that have used it regularly, and that's the angle slam.
That is not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout, angle slam. Who's the other ones that done it?
Oh, who else does it? Doesn't Masha do it?
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I know there's someone on AEW that does it also. I can't remember who.
Yeah, I can't for the life of me remember who it is either.
I know when this goes out and people watch this, they'll be like, they'll just put in the comments who it was, but I'll be like, oh shit, yeah. But yeah, that angle slam, that move is so brilliant because you could put on anyone. Angle could do it on the Big Show, he could do it on Rey Mysterio, he could do it in between, and he did it through tables, he did it off stage, and it's iconic. Like I gotta say that word again a lot more, but that is one iconic. The angle slam.
Absolutely.
My number 9 was actually a rib. I've heard stories that this was a rib, and they did it on a live show, and I think he did it on Triple H, and it just got over completely. My number 9 is the People's Elbow.
Yep, I remember hearing that was a rib.
It was a rib, and it just carried on because the fans it's kind of like the Worm. They did the Worm. What was it? Too Cool versus the Acolytes in Canada.
Yep.
Farouk said, "Do the Worm" to Scotty, and in Canada, like Canada wrestling fans are the most truthful fans. So if they love it, you know everyone else will love it. So that's how the Worm got started. So when ribs like that work out, People's Elbow is so iconic. I mean, that the perfect People's Elbow for me, I don't know about you, is him doing it on the Bulldog, and he's sliding and then hits him.
Slide.
That was the perfect People's Elbow.
It really was.
But I know Ricochet's tried it because he's done it with the Muso. But I love it. Your number 8.
My number 8. This is another move that a lot of people have used, but nobody's has had quite the impact that this guy's had, and that's Kevin Nash's Jackknife Powerbomb.
His Jackknife Powerbomb on the Giant Big Show.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right.
I mean, in WCW, I mean, me and you grew up watching WCW. That was the end show if you hit the jackknife.
Absolutely. Like you've seen people like Sid's powerbomb. Sid could get you up, but has never had the impact that Nash has had.
What about JBL's powerbomb?
JBL's while I really did like his powerbomb, it wasn't quite a jackknife to me. It was more just a straight powerbomb.
Yeah, I could see that more jackknife. Yeah. Yeah, Kevin Nash. I mean, that him doing it on Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels sold it like a boss. I think that's how that movie. Finishers are only brilliant if the person that's taking it sells it. So I definitely agree with you on that one for Kevin Nash. My number 8 was the Macho Man's elbow drop. So, but to replace that, I am going to go to the comments, and Brittany has put something on here. Diamond Cutter, the original. You can hear it from anywhere from Diamond Daddy's page. I know Orton's is iconic, but DDP's was great. I totally agree on that.
I absolutely agree. And then you also see different variations of it, like the tag team variation, the 3D.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. And that's something that the Dudleys could hit from anywhere. So that's the cutter is definitely a great call out there.
I remember the Diamond Cutter DDP used on Randy Savage, or Scott Hall. The first hit from a WCW guy to an NWO guy. I think it was Scott Hall.
That was on Hall.
Yeah, and that moment, that iconic moment, is up there in professional wrestling. I think that was the first time the WCW guy shot a NWO guy. But it's often, I mean, Cody Rhodes does it from the springboard cutter. Yep. So it's often duplicated, but I agree with Brittany. Is very iconic. Number 7.
My number 7. You already mentioned this guy, but you know what? I think Goldberg's jackhammer is more iconic than his spear.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. I mean the famous finish with him and Hogan in Georgia.
Yep.
Obviously.
And when he hit that jackhammer, I mean the crowd popped.
Yeah.
And just that jackhammer absolutely meant it's over. No way you're getting out of this.
I do feel with his jackhammer, seeing him do it on the Big Show.
Yep.
And like Rosie and Jamal, when there was 3-minute warning back in the WWE days, that was crazy.
Oh, it looks like Maddie just froze. There we go. We're back.
Did I freeze?
You did.
God, I love live telly, don't you? Where did I miss me from?
You were saying when he hit it on Rosie and Jamal.
Oh, yeah, with 3-minute warning in the WWE period. Great sight when he does it on the big man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Plus, if you win that move, I win the world title and I'm on a massive hill. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
My number 7 is we're going in WCW theme. My number 7 is the leg drop by Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
I pissed you.
Yep. Now you've pissed me off.
I gotta admit, for me, it's been used quite a bit, and I know it's very, very, very legendary. But for me, the leg drop Hogan is number 7 for me. I love it. I mean, he won more championships on it. But I feel it wasn't my favorite.
I'm not going to argue with you.
You can do that later.
Yeah, I'll do that off camera.
This could be the last episode. Your number 6.
My number 6. Since I put the jackhammer at 7, I had to do this. Another move that's often imitated, never quite duplicated. Bret the Hitman Hart's sharpshooter.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Yes.
Look at you putting Bret over Goldberg.
I gotta put Bret over Bill Goldberg.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that's the only submission. I ain't got no submissions on my. I ain't got sharpshooter on my list. But yeah, that is the most famous submission. Period.
Yep. And whether it was used by Bret or by Owen or by Sting as the Scorpion Deathlock, I mean, all three of those guys are iconic.
Natty? Would you say Natty is a bit?
I like Natties. I like Natties a lot.
Mm-hmm.
To me, though, it doesn't have quite the impact that Bret or Owen or Sting's had.
True, but Nat, I don't know if you've seen the recent video. Natty put on two women. She put on Bailey and Tiffany. I mean, I never seen Bret do that. I didn't see him put on two men.
No, you're right there.
However, he did make a certain man tap out at WrestleMania with that move.
He sure did.
And however, he got screwed over that move, which obviously is the most famous submission.
Yeah.
I will actually say I think Owen Hart's was better than Bret's, but that's because I'm an Owen mark. My number 6 is a Texan. I know he took it off someone but made it his own. My number 6 is the clothesline from hell.
Yes.
Obviously, Stan Hansen was amazing, but Bradshaw, JBL's clothesline from hell, for me, I love that move when I was watching that Attitude Era, and him as JBL. He could hit from any wrestler, he hit on any wrestler, and it could hit them if they're falling from the top rope. You knew if he hit that, it's good night.
Oh yeah, and whether it was JBL or whether it was Stan Hansen hitting it, it was over.
Yeah, but you knew
those two big freaking Texans could take anybody's head off with that.
But if you knew if Bradshaw was hitting, at least he could see you. The Stan Hansen could not see any fucking shit. I've heard stories from like everyone on the podcast, from Summit to Wrestle With, from Eric Bischoff's, like when they do the interviews, they're just unbelievable stories. Like he missed him and Vader, when he missed Vader's, that was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
I love the close. I remember doing it on so many people. I did it on friends, and they went over the table. I've done it so much. Number 5. We're halfway through.
Wow, we are. My number 5, a lot of people once again use this move, but nobody's done it quite like this person, and nobody else really tuned up the band before hitting this move. It's Shawn Michaels' Sweet Chin Music.
Now you go. I'm gonna put this out there. I ain't got that on my list, and it was honorable. I should have done an honorable mention, but I knew, knowing you for so long, I knew you'll have that on your list. But that is beautiful finisher, because he can hit out anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. Obviously, it's often duplicate, because I remember Steven Richards' super kick.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one. It was,
yeah.
And obviously, Nick Nemeth does it. But yeah, when you say Sweet Chin Music in my head, it's the long white trunks, like the tights, and he's hitting Bret Hart with it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
means
WrestleMania 12.
you put Shawn Michaels over Bret Hart. That's it. You ain't allowed in Canada.
That's all right. They wouldn't want me anyways. Hey, Maddie froze again. So,
Gotta love live TV.
yeah.
Yeah. The Sweet Chin Music was a phenomenal move. My number 5 is the 619.
Ooh.
I mean,
All right.
this is Rey Mysterio. It's not Dirty Don's because Dirty Don does it shit. But I do it for the greatest father ever, Rey Mysterio's. I think if you could win world titles with that, and it's so like I know I say this a lot, it's so iconic, it's crazy, and no, apart from some people that does it now, that move will forever be raised, and I love how he did that. It was like when he first came to the WWE and he did it there. I thought, oh wow,
Yeah, when he used to hit the let's see, he used to hit the Hurricane Run after the 619.
yeah. Well, and go on.
And then he realized, well, I can't get everybody over with the Hurricane Run on that, so let's add in the West Coast Pop instead.
Yeah, or add in the Frog Splash when as a tribute.
Yeah,
it's a great finisher, and for someone that little to do that kind of move, and he could do it on anyone, it was smart. One of the smartest moves.
Yep.
Number 4.
Now, Brittany already mentioned this move, and while I absolutely loved DDP's version, I do think Randy Orton made it a little more iconic. So my number 4 is the RKO.
2 times in a row. 2 times in 2 weeks, in 2 shows, me and you have gotten Randy Orton theme on the same number. Last week, number 2, Voices, and number 4 is RKO.
It's like we know each other.
It's crazy. I actually agree. That RKO, out of nowhere, you could hit anyone, and I loved it. Absolutely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
What is the best person you think he hit that move on?
Oh God.
Apart from Stephanie.
Oh. I always liked how Triple H sold it.
Yes. Especially the 2000 that rivalry in 2007. I thought he sold that really well, especially when it was that crazy Randy Orton.
Yes.
Do you remember that RKO when he hit on Mark Henry and he did the splits?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was a brilliant one. That's an honorable mention. The World's Strongest Slam. That was another honorable mention.
Ooh, yeah.
Because that kicked someone's ass.
And somebody else uses it now, I believe. Doesn't Jordan Grace use the World's Strongest Slam?
Yes, she does. And I do think someone on Evolve does it also.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say is for me the best RKO ever seen? Like ever. What was yours?
It was definitely one that he hit on Triple H.
See, for me, it was WrestleMania 31.
WrestleMania 31.
Seth Rollins, go for a curb
Oh, yeah.
Gets put up in the air, again, gets hit.
Yep.
That.
Although I also liked the one that he hit on Evan Bourne.
That was the first out of nowhere, I thought.
I think so.
And he was laying on the floor and literally just pulled himself up and hit.
Yep.
I'm fair play to Evan Bourne for that also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I agree with you. Triple H, obviously, he's the man, so he knows how to sell it.
Yep.
Number 3. Can we get 2 in a row?
I'm still fighting with myself here. Because my number 3 and my number 2 could very well be reversed. No, I'm going to stick with what I have. My number 3, from the very first one that was hit on Maven to the most recent one that was hit on John Cena. My number 3 is Brock Lesnar's F5.
As soon as you said it been hit on Maven, I was like, shit, I know where he's going. I watched an interview Maven did, and he said to Brock, do you need me to help you pick him up? And he's like, nah, don't worry. And he picked them up like a child.
That must have been the one with CVV.
Yeah.
Yep, I listened to that today.
Yeah, and I was just, he could, for him to do that on Big Show, I think it's 2002, November, like when Paul Heyman does about to turn on, it's just crazy to do it on a big guy like that.
And the fact that he's just able to pick these guys up in the fireman's carry and just whoosh, it's insane the amount of strength that guy has.
I'm trying to think the craziest F5 he's done.
God, he's done a lot.
He's had 2 on his shoulders and done it. The one I think was absolutely freaking crazy was him doing it on Spike Dudley.
Yep. That's exactly what was going through my head.
Him doing on Spike Spike isn't a crazy bastard anyway. I was like, yeah, I'll do that spot. Yeah, for that F5, I totally agree with you. It should be in the top 3. It's not in my top 3 because I'm an asshole, but in anyone, probably be in top 3 as in everybody else's.
Yep.
My number 3 is a TNA original Styles Clash.
Yes, very nice.
Which was recently seen on Cena versus Logan Paul match.
Everything was seen on that freaking match.
End of days. Actually, saying that, never mentioned end of days because that is a hard finisher to do.
Yeah, that's one of the most protected finishers.
And fair play to Baron Corbin for protecting that for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cell Clash obviously is used a lot more today, but back in the TNA days, you knew as soon as he hits that, good night.
Yeah.
I think the first person I saw that get kicked out of that was Christopher Daniels. But yeah, it's just back then, Styles Clash was phenomenal.
Yes.
Number 2.
I think this is where we're going to match back up. I think our number 2 and number 1 are probably going to be the same.
Seeing as we grew up in Attitude Era, I think we might.
Yep. My number 2, very, very, very few people have done this move. In fact, I can only really think of a handful of them, like maybe 3 or 4. But there were 2 people that did this move consistently. And that's the Tombstone Pile Driver.
Yeah.
Yes, they were brothers. That's the Tombstone Pile Driver.
That is my number 2. That's my number 2. Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy that I grew up like watching the Attitude Era and watching Undertaker do that. Well, even before the Attitude Era and the Golden Era, watching you knew as soon as Taker does that, it's done. It was one of the protected finishers back then.
Oh yeah, and very few people ever kicked out of it.
Oh, good. Kane's did is weird. I don't know. Kane did his slightly different, didn't he?
Kane did his more like Taker did when he first started, where he would more put them to the side and on his shoulder.
And then Undertaker obviously went between the legs, and then. But I find it funny that when the power driver was banned, the only tombstone power driver was the safest because people trusted Taker and Kane so much.
Yeah, but not only that, the people taking the pile driver were able to wrap their arms around.
Yeah, so they're protecting themselves even more.
Yeah,
but what do you think is the best pile driver then? Like, either Undertaker or Kane, they did. Who do you think the best tombstone was they done?
Ooh. I'm gonna say the tombstone that retired Shawn Michaels, the jumping tombstone.
Was that the one 25 or 26?
26.
Yes. I totally agree on that one. For me, the best tombstone was Kane coming out in Bad Blood 97. Because it was like, holy shit, he done the same move onto Undertaker. Holy crap.
Yep.
Yeah, for me, that was the best tombstone for me. But the best kick out of the tombstone was Shawn in WrestleMania 25. Because people did not expect that. Obviously, the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. No one didn't think of him kicking out of that.
No. As soon as Taker hit that first one, they're like, okay, yeah, it's over. And he kicks out. What?
Yeah. Actually, saying that, the best power driver. Do you remember the one with Batista when he used the ropes? So Batista's on the ropes and he swings them up, and then he gets them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then that is. I mean, Batista he saw well for anyone, but that was smart. That was a smart tombstone.
Yeah.
I could guess what our number ones is going to be.
Should we just go ahead and say it on the count of 3?
I'm gonna be shit if it's the wrong one.
I can almost guarantee it's not.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Stone Cold Stunner.
Yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin Stunner. Oh wow. Iconic. Legendary. Yep. Sold the selling of that you could do. I think it helps. I think it's the only move that helps the opponents just sell beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you see the Rocks.
You've seen the Rock's amazing selling. You've seen Scott Hall's amazing selling. Santino's salute.
That's brilliant. Austin Theories was really good a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
that was really good.
I love that move can kind of be incorporated into a bunch of different finishers now, like Grayson Waller.
Yes,
I absolutely love his. Or Cena pulling out the backpack stunner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or R-Truth's virtual suplex into a stunner.
Yep.
That's a really good one. I love KOs.
Yeah. KOs is just straight to the point, pays perfect homage to Stone Cold.
And I mean, there's so many great stunners that he's done. First one to McMahon in September, which is this month. So obviously we're a bit in really good cahoots. I think it's 27th of September 1998. No, 97. Yeah, 97. So and it was one of the worst stunners taken. But what is
I think the only one that was worse than that was the one that Linda took.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
But what about the one that Vince took a couple of years ago? Because he's running back and forth. He don't know what he's doing.
How did Vince never learn to take that stunner? He had years to learn to do it.
Yeah, I think the best one that took it really well was Shane.
Yep.
The best man.
Shane took a great stunner, but I think hands down, The Rock always sold it the best.
Oh yeah, and he bounced about like a yeah. I mean WrestleMania 17 with him bouncing off the ropes.
Yeah,
he sold that brilliantly. What is your best Stone Cold Stunner you ever seen then?
The best was probably the Santino one.
Yeah.
Yep.
For me, it was him returning to a little bit of a babyface in 2001 when it was Invasion and the WCW and ECW took over Monday Night Raw. They're beating up everybody. And here comes Austin mouthing, he's hitting everybody, and he's coming to the ring, and he's just Stone Cold Stunners everyone. He stunners RVD, Taz, Tommy Dreamer, everyone. For me, that was the best stunners.
Yeah. I mean, I loved the one that Scott Hall took at WrestleMania X7.
What, the first one
18,
or the second one?
18.
18.
The second one.
Because the first one...
Where he just popped straight up in the air.
Yeah. But he knew how to sell. I mean, he's awesome, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were 3 out of 10 tonight.
Wow.
That's a new record.
It is.
We usually get 1, but 3 on 1 less.
3 out of 10, and I think Bret Hart would give us a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bret will just be happy to beat Goldberg more than Shawn. I think he won't like my list because I put Goldberg over more than him.
Yep.
Well, I'm saying I got Hogan on it. Once again, a great list from both of us. If you don't agree with us, and put your favorite finisher in the comments. For next week, we got a really interesting show next week. We got top 10 WrestleMania moments / matches. So we will go through 41 WrestleManias. So that's a lot of research for us to do. We have a special guest, Jovan, will join us for that. So it will be a very, very crazy show. Because whenever Jovan is on any show, which you guys will realize, it gets a bit chaotic.
Absolutely.
And it's bad enough when I got Steve.
And if you think I argue with you, just wait until Jovan.
Everyone argues with me. He runs social media or just at home. Tonight was a really good episode. If you find this episode on any podcast you listen to, outlets you listen to, we're live on YouTube on Wrestling Pedigree 92. We're on the Facebook Meltdown. Apart from that, do you have anything, sir?
No, I've got nothing.
I'm just waiting for someone to put a comment that said, why did you mention the Pedigree house? This show is called Wrestling Pedigree.
You know, I didn't even think about that.
I just noticed. I thought, shit, we had a good plan to do that.
Maybe we should just rename ourselves the Wrestling Stunner.
Yeah. Wrestling Stunner.
I think we should be ashamed.
We don't want to put him over. He's already been put over so much this week. And he's got to be put down more if he don't do what he does just tonight. Thank you once again, Steve, for joining me.
Of course. Thank
you for everyone for watching and commenting. We'll be back next Friday and for WrestleMania moments, the top 10, and just enjoy your wrestling weekend. Enjoy SmackDown and enjoy wrestling.
always enjoy wrestling.
Have a good night, guys.